I know you saw Eden Hazard's face and probably came here to dislike, but hear us out. Real Madrid have made a lot of bad signings over the years, from unknown players to some of the biggest names ever. Wait, Adebayor too? There were so many names to choose from Anelka and his 45 days of suspension, calling out Real Madrid for treating him like a dog, Theo Hernandez failing to live up to expectations, Danilo, Saviola, Drente, Zé Roberto, Kiko Casilla, Fobert, and many more. But today, we decided to name the definitive flops in history of Real Madrid by only shortening the list down to only 5 players. So here are Real Madrid's biggest flops. At number 5, we have to mention Michael Essien. The former Chelsea midfielder joined Real Madrid on loan at Jose Mourinho's request. Unfortunately, Essien struggled to recover from a nasty knee injury and was unable to show what he was truly capable of. Besides that, he reportedly also had some issues with his Real Madrid teammates, as most of them refused to show up at his birthday party. Yikes. He left Real Madrid at the end of that season along with Jose Mourinho, and no Real Madrid fans ever missed him. At number 4, we have one of the best Argentine defenders of all time. Walter Samuel was bought by Real Madrid for 25 million from Roma. He was supposed to be a top defender for the Los Blancos. He ended up leaving after just one season, failing to make a name for himself in Spain. The defender would return to Italy at Inter Milan, where he became one of the finest defenders in the history of Serie A. Number 3. Jonathan Woodgate. It's okay if you don't remember this player at all, but surely you have probably heard of the worst debut for a Real Madrid player ever, right? Woodgate joined Real Madrid in 2004 for 18 million from Newcastle. He stayed away from the field for a whole year due to a thigh injury, then made his debut against Bilbao the following season, scoring an own goal and getting sent off. He received a standing ovation regardless by Real Madrid fans, but things never got better after that, and in 2006 he was sent back to England after a total of 9 appearances in La Liga. Number 2. Antonio Cassano. The Italian just did not care about football when he joined Madrid. He only managed to score 1 goal in 7 appearances, admitting himself later that at the time he only cared about women and food. And today, Madrid fans would rather forget it ever happened. At number 1, we have a pretty universal choice, and that is Ricardo Kaká. The Brazilian is to date one of the most disappointing transfers ever, for the simple fact that he arrived at Madrid at his peak when he was among the 3 best players in the world. There was Ronaldo and Messi, and then there was Kaká. Real Madrid hoped he could form a deadly duo with Cristiano, but a series of injuries decided otherwise. The arrival of Mesut Ozil and Jose Mourinho didn't help either. Kaká joined Real Madrid in 2009 for 68 million euros from AC Milan, and despite scoring 29 goals and providing 32 assists in 120 appearances, he left the club in 2013 for a return to Milan on a free transfer. Real Madrid fans were more disappointed than they were frustrated, as the Brazilian did well every time he was healthy but struggled with injuries most of the time. So what about Eden Hazard? Well, the Belgian is reminding us a bit too much of these guys, but the real problem is that he's closer to Antonio Cassano than he is to Woodgate or Kaká. He arrived in Spain overweight and out of shape, which led to a series of injuries and honestly a disastrous season. Hazard has only 1 goal this season and delivered only 2 assists. He only made 15 appearances while missing 20 games. He was supposed to be Madrid's star player this season, but he only has himself and his laziness to blame. He is far from being the player we knew at Chelsea, and unless he comes back stronger and has a much better and more convincing season, we believe he's pretty much destined to join this list, maybe even sooner than we think. Thank you for watching.